Welcome, listeners, to Abnormal Entities, where we explore and talk about the abnormal and unexplainable. I'm Chloe, and I am here with Dakota, Trip, Ty, and Logan, and we are your hosts to dive into the world of abnormal entities. So today we are looking into the world-famous haunting of the Queen Mary. Does anybody know anything about the Queen Mary?
Yeah, I thought it was the Titanic.
You thought it was the Titanic?
Didn't they make a movie about the Queen Mary? Is there a movie or something?
I'm actually not sure. I don't know.
I've never heard of it before.
It's
Big
pretty
boat.
well known in history for during, I think it was World War II. But let me read a little bit about it.
Oh shit, I'm thinking of Ghost Ship. Never mind.
What is Ghost Ship?
That may as well be this, right?
I'll tell you when you're older.
Same thing. Ha! Okay.
Ah.
Alright, the construction of the Queen Mary began in 1930. The work halted for some 2 years during the Great Depression. When World War II started, the Queen Mary was en route to New York City. After completing the voyage, the Linear suspended its commercial service and refitted as a troop ship. It was reportedly the fastest and largest such vessel during the war. The Queen Mary could reach a top speed of 32.5 knots.
What's that,
Is that
in
fast?
miles?
I'm fixing
I don't know.
I'm fixing to look.
It's faster than many German U-boat torpedoes.
Undersea boats?
Okay,
So-
so that's actually only like 30,
Huh?
30
Yeah, it's
a little over
37
Faster
miles
than a
an hour.
torpedo.
Faster?
Anyways,
What? A torpedo
Yeah,
doesn't...
Faster than a speeding
Bro,
torpedo!
Torpedoes
Yeah.
are slow as fuck, bro.
The Queen
Really?
Mary.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when you think of
torpedoes are.
torpedoes, I think of like
really fast.
they've got all they've got is one propeller, and they're not. I mean, they're pretty bulbous too. They're heavy as fuck.
Bulbous.
Hey, bro. Calm down.
Bulbous?
Okay, so in October of 1942, the ship was involved in a fatal accident near Ireland when it collided with an escort ship, HMS Curacao. I think that's how you say it.
Yeah,
Curacao, I think. The Queen Mary was some 20 times larger and sliced right through the cruiser, which sank. And it nearly 340 crew members on that boat were killed. So,
Oh shit.
Imagine clocking into work that day.
I know. And then
Yes.
afterwards, in 1967, the Queen Mary departed for Long Beach, where it will now to this day is located and stayed. And it was turned into a hotel. So now
Where's
it's
Long
just
Beach?
Turn it into a
California.
hotel.
California. Thank you.
California.
Long Beach, California.
California.
So yeah, that is the history of it. That kind of touches on the background on top of the other ship that it wrecked into and it killed.
The Curacao.
Yeah, the Curacao. That has something to do with the hauntings, but also on the ship itself, there have been a lot of deaths for like random things, like just like
Yeah.
working on the ship or like sickness, accidents, stuff like that.
So far, it's a big ass boat that a lot of people died in.
Big
ass
ass
boats.
boat.
That is normally what they are, or whenever they're
Yeah.
carrying passengers like that. They're big ass boats, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
and
they
now
like
it's a-
all
Now
kinda-
it's a hotel.
now it's a
Big-ass
big ass hotel. Big ass hotel.
Mm.
It honestly just looks like Titanic, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know what Titanic looks like. It's been a while since I've seen Titanic.
You
It kinda looks
can't
like
say it
Titanic.
looks like it, then not know what the Titanic looks like.
It looks exactly
So-
like this.
It looks like-
So is it like...
It looks just like the Titanic. Holy shit.
Really?
Except it's only got 3 stacks.
How many people does the average hotel hold?
Average.
An
About
average hotel.
4,000, bare minimum.
Bare minimum.
The
3
average of
people.
313.1 rooms per hotel in the upper upscale
Point
chain.
one.
313.1.
That's where Harry Potter stays.
So I've done some research, and I have confirmed that is in fact one big ass boat.
How
Yeah.
many rooms
It is a big
is
boat.
on the...
Now it's like a fancy hotel that hosts like events, like for like New Year's and stuff. People will go there to watch the fireworks, do the countdown.
Ritual
There's, like,
sacrifices.
ritual
Get out.
sacrifices,
Per usual.
Wait, what?
Per
Every
usual.
Tuesday.
People have done demonic rituals in there.
That's
What?
crazy.
So,
I was just joshing.
I was
Yeah,
just joshing.
Some people did like videos, like you can find it on YouTube. I think can't remember what channel it was, but they did it as an experiment. But they did an actual
So
like
is the
demonic
boat
ritual.
is the boat still like boating or is it?
Yeah, well, no, I
It's-
don't.
I mean, it's kind of like
It's floating.
any like museum battleship type deal.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
It's
there's
just- it's on the
347
beach.
rooms on the Queen Mary, so it's larger than your average hotel.
Have they done renovations, or is it just like go sleep in the barracks type shit?
$300 a night.
You got me fucked.
They've done they've done some work, but I think most of it is original.
I mean, it was a fancy boat before, like
Gotta
it was
pay
made-
$1,000
Yeah,
bucks for
it's
a
actually-
weekend
It's-
trip.
If you
It's
look
actually
up the
bigger than the
interior
Titanic.
and stuff, it's a fancy place.
fancy-
Yeah, but like,
It's
people
actually-
died there. Do I want to spend $1,000 for a weekend?
Was
to
it?
be-
That's
Was it
also
Queen
why
Mary's
people
boat?
spend money.
Was
It's
it
because
Queen
of
Mary?
the haunted stuff. Yeah.
Why is
I
it
want to
called
barge
Queen
in
Mary?
onto like Trudy's room. or
The
something.
Queen Mary. It was named after the current queen at the time. Whoever
Okay.
was-
Oh, the Queen Mary.
So-
Queen Mary. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So wait, it wasn't Queen. It wasn't her boat. It was just named after her.
Yeah, it was. Well, it was
Yeah.
tradition in that time for when there was like a big boat or something like that to name it after the queen.
Was there
And
a
I
Queen
think they-
Titanic or something?
no, I don't think so. that was in America.
I think it was supposed to be
No,
Queen
God,
Elizabeth, but
We
the
name
queen
our
at
boats.
the time was like, no, name it after my wife. Queen
Wait,
So
so Queen Mary was made in like the UK?
No wonder why it sunk.
I don't think so.
It's literally still floating. What do you mean?
No wonder why it crashed or whatever the fuck.
Because it's
It
ran
Well, it says
through
en route
another
to New York
boat.
City, so I think it
I thought you
was.
said West.
It was in the UK.
Shut
But let me
up.
look it up.
because it's stationed in America, so that's why I'm curious on. Like, is it?
I said
It happened.
starboard. I don't know what that means.
What?
Oh, what?
Turn to starboard. What? Fucking smash. Okay, so it was actually a good bit bigger than the Titanic. Not by a whole lot, but the Titanic was 269 meters in length, while the Queen Mary was 310 meters.
The Queen Mary was built in Clydebank, Scotland in 1930.
Oh, it's
It
a
wasn't even
Scot-
built in either. Okay.
Okay, we were both wrong.
So it was made in
Uh,
Scotland, named after the Queen of the UK at the time, and now it's stationed in America.
Yes.
Did we
It's really
buy it
made
or
its
something?
way
Like,
around. I couldn't tell you.
I don't think we bought it.
I
I
would-
think we inherited it
I just don't think they can get it back.
over my dead body.
That's my goddamn boat now. You don't mess with our boats.
That's cool history. I just wanted to know the
Yeah.
That is
behind
interesting.
the scenes.
Yeah, yeah. So as
Okay.
for modern perspective, I guess people like modernly, they used to go there for the luxury, like the hotel luxury, for events. But then it more and more became more popular for the hauntings, and people will go there to do a lot of videos. Like you can look up Queen Mary on YouTube and you can find a crap ton of videos just of the Queen Mary. So and people doing investigations. So it's a hot spot for investigations for sure.
I found a sketched picture of the Queen Mary running over that boat you were talking about.
Absolutely demolishing.
Yeah, oh no, it is quite sunk. Like it's sunk as fuck.
So how did it
It's
get?
Sunday.
How did it get so haunted though? Like how?
I mean, there's a lot of deaths on there. On top
Yeah.
of people possibly doing
Like just-
rituals.
Like just work related deaths, like
work related.
And that crash.
There are just people who died of natural causes. Obviously the people that died in the crash, they believe that some of the souls may have ended up on the ship. So
Very good.
yeah.
Ship is
Some
reportedly
people-
haunted by over 100 spirits. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's a lot of spirits.
Oh, like there's also one specifically of I believe it's a little girl who drowned in the pool.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Maybe don't get in the pool if
somebody-
you can't swim. I don't know.
So what's the like most active spirit there?
Maybe it's
Okay,
it's a
so-
skinwalker.
Let's get into the like encounters and stories and stuff so I can tell you about them. So first off, in general, people experience the general experience that people get is loud sounds from like drawers and doors opening and slamming, as well as faucets in the women's restrooms specifically suddenly turning on and off, or even like bursting, like not exploding obviously, but like it would just like turn on like at such a high pressure that it just gets everywhere. Also shadow figures, bed shakings, sounds in like empty places, seeing figures and whatnot, your general stuff, hearing noises. So the most haunted room, because what you were asking before, Trip, would have to be the stateroom of B340. That it's pretty well known across everybody who goes to investigate it there. But let me find. Okay, let me give you a little bit of history.
These
What?
spirits partake in a moderate amount of tomfoolery.
They
Just a
do.
little bit.
Just a little
like a
bit. Yeah.
like a
I
moaning
was a
Myrtle
ghost.
type thing.
Dude, if I was a ghost, that'd be fucking annoying, man.
Oh, dude,
I would be aggravating as fuck.
Yeah, I'd piss everyone off.
Yeah,
I'm not out to
like,
hurt
I'm
anybody.
still here.
bro.
It's your fucking problem now.
the most persistent annoyance in somebody's entire life.
Every time they turn the TV off, I'm turning that bitch back on. Every time.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
When they close the closet door, I'm opening it.
Yeah, no. Like they go to sit down after doing something like closing the fridge. I'm gonna open the fridge right when they sit down,
Or just
and
like
they just keep doing it.
like barely
wanna sleep
move
with
where
the-
they're going to fucking sit down at. And they just
They want to
Yeah.
sleep with the fan on? Nope, not in my
Nope,
house.
fans, turn it off.
Oh, you like white noise?
Ah,
Absolutely
you're
not.
gonna hear the faucet downstairs. That's it.
You're not really creaky door
Your
that
water
we have in
bill's
the
gonna
hallway.
be real high, buddy.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Good
drip
luck,
all your
idiot.
faucets. Gonna leave the stove light on.
oh shit.
I'm gonna leave the mayonnaise out, make you think you left it out.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna
Okay.
untuck your folded bread.
I'm gonna make the egg
Right.
carton heavy so you think you have an egg, but then you're gonna open it and there ain't no egg in there.
No, you know the bread whenever you like open it, you roll it and then tuck it underneath and then set it on.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Oh, so
untuck
you
that
want-
bitch.
You gonna make that
Oh, that's
motherfucker's
fucked up.
bread stale.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's crazy.
I'd be pissed as fuck if a ghost made my bread stale.
I would not be happy about that either. I would, man, fuck that.
Stale
I'd be
bread's the
moving.
worst.
Alright.
Alright, back to it.
So, okay, so before I could tell you the stories, like the different stories of each part that's haunted, what is your guys, like on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you believe in like ghosts, like paranormal?
Absolutely. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10?
10 out of 10. Dude,
I'm a skeptic.
I've experienced ghosts, so like it, yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I've had some spooky scenarios happen, but I'm on like a 7.
You're at a 7. I
Yeah.
swear to God, you're giving me that look like you're gonna talk about manifesting again.
Sure, it's
I'm
like,
just saying, bro.
we manifest all the ghosts.
I'm just saying. I mean, I'm at like a 3, bro. Like,
Really?
I haven't even been tickled by a ghost. Now, my family has, but like I have not tickled, but they've seen some shit.
Can you imagine Trip?
But-
like Trip's grandpa, like, I remember one time I got tickled by that ghost. He's like, what?
My
It was
family
a
has
hoot.
a very deep spiritual connection with that type of stuff, but like, you know, I've played with the Ouija boards and stuff like that.
There's
Have
a
nothing
Ouija board.
happen, and so I'm not very. I believe in it, but like I said, a 3. You know,
3.
Okay, alright.
I'm not gonna say like you know.
I'm
yeah,
a skeptic.
Where
That's
you
You
at?
guys, you guys know me because I'm under the impression that there's nothing that I can't kill with a heavy rock and a can-do attitude. So it's like
Unless
Like,
it's a
except
ghost.
for like a ghost.
I was about to
but
say, you can't. I was about to say you can't do that shit with ghosts. So I never really had no experience with that shit before.
On
So
a
it's-
scale of 1 to 10, where would you be?
Probably around I'd say a 2 or a 3.
2 or 3.
Okay.
So we've got 2
Interesting.
pretty heavy skeptics. So I'm like a 9. Because I've never had anything happen to me. So like I don't. Well, actually, that's entirely a lie. I think.
Wow.
Uh
Alright.
huh.
We're just
Wow.
lying to each other.
Gate,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
gatekeeping your ghost story.
I'm sorry about that. Well, I kind of like when my parents were divorced, so I like half grew up
Womp
with
womp.
on like that's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy.
Sorry.
That's fucking wild.
My
Hey.
parents are divorced too. It doesn't
I said womp womp.
You said womp womp.
Anyways,
Sorry.
before I was interrupted, Ty. Damn.
Asshole.
Half of my life I like lived with my grandma, like when I was with my dad, and that house was haunted, and no one can convince me otherwise. My whole family knew it was haunted too.
Yeah.
That place was
Womp womp.
scary. So I'm like a 10 out of 10. So
Okay, but like, what happened? Like, what made you like?
it's just like
We could
I
do a
don't know
whole
how to
episode on
explain it,
talking
like,
about ghost
no-
stories. Like
yeah,
personal ones.
from yeah.
I do got a good one.
I'll just say that my mom was like held down by a ghost.
Oh God.
Like physically could not get up, and like there was nothing there.
Hey,
Like,
bro,
if
that's
this wasn't,
happened to
like-
me before, but I closed my eyes and woke back up.
Is that Papa Bawa?
No,
Nah,
not like
wait, no.
that. Nah, let's not get into that.
I'm sorry, but
No,
like,
no,
no.
that's
Not
a
like
very-
that. Like she just was like, I can't move. Like I literally cannot move. She felt like arms, and she could hear people talking.
That's
above her.
wild.
Huh.
Speaking of my mom, do I have a treat for you guys in a minute?
Oh yeah.
I am
For-
so excited
yeah.
for this treat.
And for her story. So
Is
all
it a
right, so let
Scooby-Doo?
me get into the different places. Like I have I picked out 3 of like the more well-known ones. So first is stateroom B340. Okay, this stateroom.
You said that's the
was
one
a-
that's like most
yes. Has,
most
Okay.
active.
is known for the most activity to the point where they had to shut down the room because
Holy
there was
shit.
so much stuff happening in there that no one was allowed. So this stateroom was a problem long before the Queen Mary opened as a hotel. In 1984, a British third-class passenger, Walter J. Adamson, passed away in the room under circumstances that have been long lost to time.
Can you speak up a little bit for me? Is
Yep.
she
Oh,
cutting
yeah.
out? Is
Yeah.
Oh, is it cutting out? Okay.
yeah.
What did you? Okay.
Just just retry.
Redo it. Okay.
it.
In-state room was a problem long before the Queen Mary opened. As a hotel in 1948, a British third-class passenger, Walter J. Adams, passed away in the room under circumstances that have been lost to time. Later in 1966, a woman staying in the room reported that she was woken up when the bed covers were pulled off of her, and
Huh.
she saw a man standing at the foot of the bed. She screamed and rang for the steward, but the man apparently vanished into thin air. In the years since, guests have reported hearing someone knocking on the door in the middle of the night and seeing bathroom lights mysteriously turn on. Even the hotel's maids have made reports of the bathroom water running when no one had stayed in the room for days. And on one occasion, a bed cover has been pulled off right after the bed was being made.
That's
what an
that
ass.
shit that I do. That's that shit I
I
do.
know, right?
You just made this bed? Fuck you, bitch.
Fuck your freshly made bed.
But yeah,
crazy.
that's pretty much it. And then the room was closed to guests for many years, but since reopened, like recently.
I mean, it doesn't seem that harmful. He's
So
just
people can go back
joshing
in there now?
around.
Well, yeah. So, other stuff that I've seen from like videos that have happened is same stuff, like the lights turning on, the sink turning on randomly, like in the videos, like they're all sitting in the living room, and like you hear the sink turn on, and
Teacher, I
they're
have a
like,
question.
"What's up?"
Couldn't it just be bad plumbing and electricity because it's an old ass boat?
That is true. That is true.
It do be
But
an old ass
the-
boat.
I don't know,
But
bro.
the
The
bed
sink don't just
stuff?
turn on.
I
I ain't never seen
yeah.
a sink. I
It
ain't never
don't
seen a
just
sink that just
turn
turn
on.
To be,
man.
okay, to be fair though, it was renovated, so I believe that they would have had to update the plumbing because, you know,
Oh,
it is a
no, man.
hotel.
Yeah.
You know,
Those
I
people
mean,
do
if
it
you
to
know
get
a plumbing
paid.
issue, if you know a plumbing issue that they turns on the fucking faucet for
Yeah,
you
I ain't
and
never
it's
seen a
spewing
plumbing
out
issue.
water,
I ain't no
then-
plumber.
I ain't never
ain't
seen
my
a
job.
plumbing issue where it turns the knob to turn the water on.
I don't know, man.
I had an issue where the water damn sure wouldn't turn off one time, and you were there for that, Dakota.
That's because the fucking pipe was broken. That's way different.
Yeah.
That is
And the
way
water
different than the sink just turning on by itself.
Uh huh. See how much pressure was in that fucking pipe, brother?
Yes, but I'm saying I have never seen a plumbing issue where the
Personally,
knob
I-
turns on by itself.
Hey,
I
bro,
do have-
shitty valves.
I do
Yeah,
have
valve.
experience, and I've never seen it. So a shut-off valve is a shut-off valve. There's nothing getting past it except
Yeah.
for a hand twisting a knob or pulling a knob up.
Exactly.
and to be clear, this is like a twist. This is not like an automatic. I don't believe they have the automatic ones on the ship.
Sorry, the blur kept going like, oh, woo, right here. I was trying
Maybe
to
it's the
get rid of
ghost, bro.
It's
You
the
get
ghost.
haunted, bro.
it.
It's focusing.
It is
Anyway.
manifesting.
Dude's
Okay.
in Tom Cruise.
So the second more famous one is the first class swimming pool, which I kind of mentioned a little bit earlier. This now abandoned onboard pool was once the epitome of luxury with
Epitome.
an illuminated fountain. I didn't even know this was a real phrase. A mother of pearl ceiling and elaborate mosaic tiles. The pool is no longer in use because of California code issues, but that doesn't stop it from being one of the hotbeds of the paranormal activities on the ship. People have reported seeing apparitions here, including a young woman in a tennis skirt walking downstairs and disappearing behind a pillar, a woman in an old wedding gown next to the pool with a little boy in a suit, and a cloud of
Aw.
steam appearing out of nowhere along with the little girl in blue and white dress who disappears in an instant.
That's where I draw the line. The second that there's kid ghosts,
How do they
That
know that
pool
somebody's
is
not
dope
just
as
vaping
fuck.
down there?
Just
he's
Like,
just blowing sick clouds.
Fucking-
They're like, oh shit, there's a cloud over there, dog.
It's
You know
just
what I
something
mean?
fully hiding. Like, fuck. I hope they didn't see me.
Yo,
Yeah.
dude, I'm some O's.
They're just like,
Try not to get busted on the clock, you know?
yeah. He's just trying to
Yeah.
hit his vape, and everyone's like, "Have you guys seen that ghost? It's over there next to the, pool, man. It comes out like a steam almost." And the guy's like, "Oh shit, that's crazy."
Ah, damn.
That's
Wild.
wild, bro.
That bitch been bothering me.
I swear to God, I swear there's like kids. There's kid ghosts.
Now, I heard about the woman, the woman in the wedding attire or whatever, or the white dress or whatever.
Yeah.
I heard about that one a
What'd
little
you
bit.
think about that one?
Supernatural.
Just from like watching like YouTube videos on it. Like you can like some people take pictures and they'll see it and shit like that. Never really kid though. I didn't see the kid. Or
Bro,
anything.
kid ghosts freak me out. Like I don't know, dude.
The
Something
pool,
about-
the pool room.
I swear to God, they can. Oh,
The pool room looks scary as fuck when it's shut down, but when you find pictures of it when it's still active, it's really pretty.
I thought they were
Let
gonna
me
shut
look it
down
up.
the Queen Mary though at some point.
They did during COVID, but it I think it went back up last April or this upcoming
Oh my
April
God.
will be reopened.
Where's it located at?
Bro, that bitch is freaky.
California, Long Beach.
Freaky,
Damn,
freaky dicky.
That's a ways.
Yeah.
That bitch is scary.
So, is there any violent ghosts, or are they all just rambunctious little?
Rascals.
I
Yeah.
think the only like violence is like the loud banging. Like it's more aggressive, not really violent. I assume there have been people who've been scratched and stuff, but that's kind of like the normal thing for aggressive ghosts or whatever, aggressive spirits. I know there has been, like I said before, demonic rituals that have been done.
Yeah,
So
that's a bit interesting.
yeah,
Where the
For
fuck do they find a place
experimentation.
to do that on a boat?
in the hotel rooms.
Oh my God.
Yeah, whatever happens behind closed doors, stay behind closed doors.
Yeah, so the
Yeah.
one that I saw that someone did was in room B340.
I just spent $300 for tonight. I'm gonna fuck it up by summoning some demons.
Yep, pretty much.
Like, why?
You know what would make it to this really nice, elegant cruise ship stay very, very just way better? Demons.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
fucking.
exactly.
Let's just
Just
open a portal to
demons.
hell.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking right on, dude. Let's fucking summon some demons.
Oh yeah!
I just spent my life savings to stay here for a weekend. Let's just fucking ruin it.
All right, so the
I really
next
hope
one
$300
is
not your life savings.
Hey, brother. Times is hard. Times is hard around these parts.
So the next one is hatch door number 13.
Ooh.
This hatch door is known as Shaft Alley, and it was. I knew you were
Oh my
gonna say some
God.
shit. I knew you were gonna say some shit.
Come on, Shaft Alley.
It was the site of a gruesome accident that saw
Wasn't
a
it?
crewman crushed to death.
Oh.
Matter
So
of fact, I'll tell you what, I would not want to get crushed to death in Shaft Alley.
I'm saying, bro, if my last resting place was Shaft Alley, I'd really be rambunctious in the afternoon.
yeah. So one night in 1966, the watertight doors in the engine and boiler rooms were ordered to be closed. About 5 minutes later, an 18-year-old crew member from Yorkshire was found
Yorkshire.
crushed in the door of hatch 13, trapped with his arms pinned to his side. Although the man was freed and carried to the hospital ward, it was too late. He showed signs of crushing injuries to his arms, chest, pelvis, and was bleeding from his nose. He was injected with morphine but died shortly after. His ghost is regularly seen around the area now, with people reporting the sounds of someone running behind them and whistling. That one actually, I've heard that a lot.
Ooh.
A lot of
Nope.
people experience that for sure.
Nope.
People
Not
like
happening.
running behind them and whistling.
Whistling.
Dude,
Yeah.
Right behind me, a whistle. I spoon feed you some rights.
No, fuck that.
So
I
apparently
just-
others have possibly made contact with the doomed crewmen, noticing spots of grease that look like fingerprints on their faces. Some have seen a figure of a bearded man in a blue coveralls that look just like the man who died out of the corner of their eye. And several others have said that they saw an engineer wandering the hallways asking if guests if they had seen his wrench. And when they went back to find him, he had disappeared.
Dude's
Sounds
just trying to
about
go
right.
back to work.
Oi, mate, have you seen me, Rich?
Please.
Have you seen me, Rich?
Oi, mate, I can't find me fucking wrench. I've been looking for ages. It's not fucking here. Have you seen it?
Honestly, bro, that actually that sounds pretty accurate. Like, I feel like if there's any type of blue collar worker that's a
Yeah.
ghost, like he's gonna be looking for his fucking tools.
He's
He's like, ah, shit, where the fuck did I put my wrench? Where did I put my fucking
Randy,
hammer?
is that you? Did you fuck with my wrench?
Where's my goddamn tape
You-
measure?
I was
You
about to
imagine
say,
doing that?
do I?
Can you imagine doing that for eternity? Like looking for your
Ah,
wrench, like
I
having
already
it
do
and
it.
then losing it.
No, that would suck ass.
Like-
If I had to look for my tape measure for all of eternity, I would actually hate everything.
Dude, okay, so that reminds me. You see this little thing right here? This controls the fucking lights in the room.
Uh-huh.
So whenever I lose it at night,
Yeah.
oh my god, it feels like I'm that
Everything is
dude
just
looking
done
for the
in the
wrench. I feel like I'm that dude looking for the wrench. I'm like, where the fuck is it? Where did I put it?
Dude,
I just Logan just goes in the room, Ty's just pure darkness. What's going on, buddy? You're like, I can't find the remote. I can't find it.
Whenever me
I
and Logan
swear to
worked
God,
together,
dude.
that was like an everyday thing. Where has anybody seen my goddamn tape measure?
Yeah, that's exactly, dude.
Like,
I fucking stand up, slap both my thighs, and go, "Where the fuck did I put it?"
Spending eternity doing that, I'd
I'd
be
be
pissed.
Yeah.
would not want to.
And I died in Shaft Alley. Oh my god. Yeah, pissed doesn't even describe it.
This doesn't even begin to cover it.
God.
Have you seen me fucking tape measure?
Jeez.
Well, time to go get shafted then.
Okay, so far, how do you guys feel about the stories? What are your
I mean,
thoughts on them?
they check out in my eyes, especially the Shaft Alley worker. I mean, bro, that's just something.
Really working that shaft, huh?
Shut up!
Alley.
Shut up! Shut
I mean,
up!
it is said that like when like you do something for a long period of time where it's like routine or something like that, like when you die, you continue to do it
Oh,
for a
great!
little bit.
Oh, dude.
And so like there's been stories of like workers who like worked at a factory or something for like 30, 40 odd years, and then like they would die, and then like employees there would see that guy working, and you know it's
Oh
wild
yeah,
You
yeah.
got
I've heard
me
about that.
fucked up, man.
That's gotta be so
Working
sad.
for all of eternity.
I mean, because you gotta think, right? If you die, I mean, there's a chance you probably don't know you die. You wake up out of bed and you're like, all right, time to get to work. You know, it's another 9 to 5, and
Damn.
well, if I had to do that
that's
at
actually
Ace,
a good way to put it.
like,
Yeah,
how do
you
you know
fucked
you
there for like
die,
3
bro?
months.
Like, how do you know? Like, you know,
Yeah.
if I had to do that, man, I gotta quit my job fast before I die.
you
I
show
gotta
you
quit.
die and you show back up
Live
Monday
your
morning
life.
like, Logan, I thought you quit, bro. Like, wait a second.
I can't handle that shit for all of eternity.
Logan, you know what our purgatory will be?
What?
Trying to find a game to play on Steam.
Bro, my fucking god.
Just looking at that list
Yes.
constantly.
Oh god.
Yeah, but
Starting
so,
it and
like,
going, yeah, I don't think I want to play this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Closing
the
it,
whole-
then restarting.
the whole worker thing, it checks out. Like, I've heard stories about like that happening. Actually,
Yeah.
So,
I'm
pretty
in.
insane.
I'm in on it actually, like being haunted and everything. I believe it.
The fact that it's all not like the ghosts aren't doing some heinous shit 24/7 makes it more believable.
Yeah, they're just
Yeah.
living their life type shit, you know.
Yeah,
Like, it's not some like crazy story like
Yeah. Well,
somebody's like, oh my
that's
god, like they tried to
that's
kill me, like
Ah,
That's like the common thing
it's Shaft Alley.
about them following like their past routines. Like I've even heard stories about ghosts. They'll follow the original house floor plan. Like if a house gets renovated or something, that's why it appears that they're going through walls and shit. It's like because there used to be a doorway there.
Yeah.
that makes sense.
That's really good. Yeah, actually, holy shit, I never thought about it that way.
Yeah.
You ever think that like ghosts are actually like they're in like a different realm in that same, but everything is the same, right?
Hmm.
But to them, they're also ghost hunting, but they're talking to us.
Hey,
You know what I
bro.
mean?
Did you just smoke
Oh,
a pack before this? What?
Crazy.
Yeah, it'd be wild.
Am I right?
It'd be wild.
Could you
That's
imagine,
why
like,
their shit just makes no sense sometimes, and like we're asking questions to them and talking to them, and they're like, "What?" Like
That makes it even
What
funnier.
is your
crazy.
That
What
makes
is
it
your
even
name?
funnier that guy's still fucking looking for his wrench.
Yeah.
He don't give a fuck. He's like, I'm just getting my wrench, guys.
I just want my wrench, please.
He's like, he's pissed the fuck off because he's looking for his wrench and then they disappear around the corner and they're just poof gone. And he's like, where did they go? I bet they took my fucking wrench.
Dude, I swear, being that guy would be the worst one.
Yeah.
God, that would piss me off.
Is there anyone here with us? Potatoes. Why did he say potatoes? I don't understand.
Or actually just hearing them like living their day-to-day life.
Yeah.
Like they're just like
Can you pass me the potatoes? And they're like,
What's your
What do you
name?
mean?
Wrench.
and like the intelligent ghosts that actually like talk back are like the mediums of their realm. And like
Okay,
that's
that's
where
right.
mediums talk to them.
Alright, okay. I don't want to think about it anymore. I'm done.
I'll just say
That's
it.
Chaotic.
That would be kind of crazy. Anyways,
Pretty.
okay. So do you guys want to hear one of the stories from
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I have a story from my mom
Mama.
who has stayed on the Queen Mary for, I think she went there for New Year's and she stayed there a couple nights. Keep in mind, when she went onto the Queen Mary, she had no clue it was haunted. She got no background story. All
Should've
my
found Wrench guy.
stepdad, yeah, just my stepdad was like, we're going to a nice hotel on a little boat, like on a, not a little boat, but like on a boat.
I was
like,
about to say. That's little.
yeah,
I would say
on a
that's
boat.
fucking average,
We're gonna
alright.
celebrate New Year, really fancy, like
Little bit
bring your
above, if you ask
fancy
me.
like dresses and whatnot. So my mom just is there. So this is some of her stories of her encounters.
I feel like someone would have said something like
The what?
prior to her going. Like, because I'm sure she was telling her friends, like, yeah, I'm going to the Queen Mary boat.
What if she
Someone
doesn't
would
have
be
any
like,
friends,
No.
Ty?
Oh, okay, well, that's
crazy. Yeah,
bold of you
that-
to assume.
No, I'm saying what if?
I mean,
What if it was one
she-
of those things? She was like, I'm just gonna go
To be
with
fair, bro, I didn't know the damn Queen Mary existed until I like saw it on YouTube about hauntings
Yeah.
and shit. So
I didn't know
yeah.
until
Yeah, fair, I guess. I didn't either.
And there have been plenty of times where my mom won't research where they're going because Craig will be like, Craig is my stepdad.
Hmm.
So when Craig will be like, hey, like we're going here, like, but don't do research, like just pack this, or he'll just be like, hey,
it's like a
here's a
surprise.
ticket. Yeah, here's a ticket. Bring this attire. This is where we're going for New Year's. That kind of stuff. So
I can't wait to be like that with money.
So, all right. So here's the story. It was New Year's Eve in 2012. My husband, at the time he was my boyfriend, lived in Los Angeles and decided to surprise me with a trip to Long Beach and a stay on the Queen Mary. Now, admittedly, I didn't know anything about the Queen Mary. All I knew is that we were headed for a really fun New Year's celebration with lots of music and fun on a big-ass boat parked in the harbor.
Hell yeah.
Keep in mind,
Go
too,
Craig.
this is the day of the first iPhone. You didn't really have internet without forking over half a mortgage. So not only was I not able, but it would not have occurred to me anyway to research this enormous and very old vessel. Okay, so there's that explanation. I actually didn't
Okay.
get that far.
that's
Anyways.
the 3GS days, brother.
Hell yeah.
Okay. I remember checking in and thinking to myself, these hallways are awfully narrow and the rooms are very tiny. As soon as we got to our room, we began unpacking and plotting out what we were going to do first. I remember telling my boyfriend that I thought the room smelled really weird, almost like raw meat. It was actually starting to really affect me, and I remember telling him as much. Shortly after, we started to hear banging on the walls that sounded a lot like someone opening and closing drawers. The oddest part is that the sound was traveling across the length of the room,
I would've shit
from
my
the
pants,
window
dude.
to the door. So, for like farther visual, like if you're in the room, like the drawers were slamming like across the room, like the wall.
Yeah, fuck that,
I would've
man.
shit my pants. I would've gone back home. Craig's just gonna have to stay there on his own.
Yeah, it's smelling like raw meat constantly.
Yeah. So, length of the room from the window to the door, like someone was being silly or purposely annoying. It was extremely loud, and so out of pure instinct, we pounded once on the door or on the wall back to whoever was on the other side. Within minutes, the same slamming sound traveled backwards from the door to the window. I remember being a little bit jealous that whoever was on the other side obviously had significantly more storage space than we had. We did not have dresser drawers against our wall at all. Then it happened again, from the window towards the door. So it's going back and forth.
Interesting.
And my boyfriend was not having it, so he and I both stepped out of the room to confront the person in the next room. The problem was, there was no room. Just a long hallway with no one there and nothing in sight that could have made those slamming noises. So basically,
I'm going home. Fuck you, Craig. Holy shit.
Yeah, right.
Craig can eat my ass. I'm not doing that.
It's the hallway and then the room right here. So they're at the corner.
Nah,
so
bro.
Right
here's
here
the
was
thing.
where it was happening, but there was nothing. There weren't drawers or anything against
If
the
there's
wall.
banging coming from a wall, I'll make a room there. I'll find out what's going on.
What does that mean?
So that's the thing, because this was built in ye old times, right? What year was this shit built?
1930 is when it started being built.
Okay, perfect. So they would have, like, in houses, they would have hallways that the servants would go through behind the walls so they weren't seen. So could someone would that be built in the boat as well?
Podcast employees, bro.
I don't think that there was I think it literally was just wall hallway. Like there's no gap.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there's it literally was their room, this wall, hallway.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Plus, at the time, it
in a regular hotel.
Like it wasn't meant to be a hotel at the time, so it wouldn't have occurred to them. Hey, let's put what was servant corridors.
People still get on the boat to be on the boat, so they would still need workers.
I would assume that's why they get on it. Yeah.
yeah. But they would still need workers, so they would try to hide the workers. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
But it wasn't meant for like people to stay for.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was used for war.
Yeah.
It was meant as a ferry to carry soldiers at one point. They didn't give a fuck if they saw workers on it. They were like, I'm finna go over to France or whatever and go see if I can make it home.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the workers were probably also military soldiers as well. So it was just all one in the same.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay.
They didn't have secret tunnels on this boat.
Secret tunnel.
I mean, they might have. They could have patched it up and
Secret.
stuff. Like we talked about earlier, we talked about renovations and stuff like that. So there might have been something there at one point, and it got renovated, and it's no longer there. So we don't know the background behind the boat and what they did when they renovated.
Okay.
So
maybe that one's just a ghost looking for his socks frantically.
Right?
God damn it, where is it? Everyone's just losing shit. All the ghosts.
They're just losing all their shit.
Did the lost and found go crazy?
Okay. So
I'm rolling in it.
So after this, they basically just went about their night. They just were they weren't really. I think Craig was kind of over it. He's also a skeptic, so he didn't really think anything of it. My mom was kind of just whatever, So after taking a walk around the boat and viewing all the different rooms with the antique artifacts, we headed off to dinner at Sir Winston's. At some point during dinner,
Sorry.
I just saw you at the corner of my eye pretend to tip your hat. That's crazy.
Sir Winston.
At some point during dinner, I got up to go use the ladies' room. I remember you had to pass by the hostess's podium and take a few steps downstairs. That's your first red flag, first of all. Having to go downstairs to go use the restroom.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Dude, if I gotta piss in the middle of the night and there's a flight of stairs that I have to take,
Absolutely not.
I'm pissing on the boat.
Pissing off the balcony.
I'm going in the corner or something.
Yeah. Anyways, there was this very cool throwback lounge with a piano off to the right. I walked into the ladies' room, which had a beautiful old school looking tile and manual turnstile sink handles, as in you have to actually turn the sink to turn it on. I went to wash my hands, and despite turning the sink on, no water came out. Water did come out of the sink next to me, and it came out with plenty good force. So I moved over to that sink, and when I did, it turned off.
Oh.
So I went back to my original sink, and it turned on with such a force that it sprayed all over me and my dress. I remember I remember trying to turn the sink off, but it was already completely off. I waved my hands around the sink thinking that maybe it had a sensor, which was ahead of its time, but I'd seen them in other upscale restaurants. I grabbed some paper towels and immediately reported to the hostess that I think she had a plumbing or sink issue. I thought it was extremely odd, and she just kind of shrugged it off and giggled. I do remember her.
Oh, I'm mad as fuck.
Yeah.
Hey, I think your sink's broken. Ha, sucks.
Like,
What?
that happens sometimes, you know?
Oh, yeah, it happens.
get
Like,
used
To be
it.
fair, that's a really
Right?
good answer. Like if someone says, "It happens sometimes," I mean, what are you gonna say? Like, yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Fix it? I don't know. Fix that shit.
It's a ghost, bro. What do you mean?
Yeah, bro, if like I would have much rather her turn and be like, oh yeah, the ghosts like to do that, other than them just going, yeah, it happens sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm mad as fuck, dude.
About to
Bitch,
create
I'm
another fucking
wet.
spirit.
I am
swear to
dripping.
God.
I have to go change now, and it's all because of your stupid ass sink.
happens. What can you do about it? You know?
I just had to piss, and this is what happened.
Yeah, so that and it was just kind of like, it's crazy because it's like she tried to turn it on, she went to the sink, twisted the handle to turn it on, nothing happens. Other sink next to her turns on, so she's like, maybe the plumbing's weird. Goes to the next sink, tries to put her hands in to wash it, it turns off. It just stops, no water coming out. She's like, what the fuck? Goes back to the old sink, it explodes on her. And then
So,
trying to
fucking
turn it off, it doesn't turn off because it's already off.
That's like when
Somehow
the
water's going through.
I ain't
So what
never
I'm-
pissed out a sink before, but I'd fucking give that sink some choice words.
So
I'll
what
tell
I'm
you.
hearing is, if you're at a haunted location, don't wash your hands after taking a piss. I mean, that's just what I'm hearing.
I would have washed my hands.
I
got a
wouldn't say
clean
that
dick.
now. I wouldn't say
that
that.
kind of
All right, when
plumbing-
you walk out of the
Oh.
bathroom soaking wet, I'm like, did you wash your hands?
But my
I
hands would be
bet you
clean.
wash
I
your
would be
hands.
a clean.
So-
Would you? I mean, would you still wash your hands? You're gonna be sitting there soaking wet. You're probably gonna just be like, I'm just gonna leave.
Well, let's go, Cheryl.
Don't touch me. I'm sterile.
Yeah, fuck that, man.
Fuck.
No.
You know that little waddle you get when you get really wet when you're not supposed to be wet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just fucking like, I want to go home.
Yeah, this whole like
Horrible bit.
few hours worth of things going on, I would have gone home. Like I would have not
I dead
worried about
ass.
it anymore.
Yeah, straight up.
I would not have stayed.
I would have
Keep
just,
in
I
mind,
would have just
she
been
had
annoyed as
no
fuck.
clue. She had no clue it was haunted.
I
So
would
she's-
have
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I would have just been fed up with
Man,
all
this
the
yeah,
bullshit.
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I
That's
would have been
true.
annoyed
That's
as fuck. Like, ghosts be damned. I would have just been annoyed.
Yeah.
Ghosts are driving them out of business. They're like,
Yeah, I would've been so-
they got people slamming doors. They've got like, they're
I
loud
was-
as fuck. Sinks don't work.
They're driving me up the fucking wall here.
This dude's trying to fight his wrench still.
Yeah, I'd be so mad. I'd be turning back to my room in the hotel, and I see that Scottish guy. I'd be like, "Can you find me wrench?" I'd be like, "Shut the fuck up!" And then just walk.
Get back to work.
Bro, leave me
Okay,
alone.
well,
I'm having
use
a
your
bad
hands.
day. I am not having a good day. I cannot help you right now. I'm
Listen
leaving.
here, Jimmy.
Like, what if that's like his fucking like that's what that's what turns him into like demonic. Like you tell him to shut the fuck up or no, you're not gonna help him, and he just like turns like demonic screeches at you.
That'd be terrifying.
you would help.
Okay.
He like eats
So-
you.
Despite the fact that the room maintained an odd smell of meat, nothing else really unusual occurred that I can recall. We danced and strolled through every ballroom and wandered through the halls, unaware, well, I was anyways, and careless. My boyfriend waited for me to return home and have at least one good night of sleep before he sent me some articles about the haunted Queen Mary. I couldn't believe it. The things that we had experienced were reported as being supernatural experiences previously reported by other guests. So obviously we had to go back. This next time,
They just made him money.
No, hold on.
$400 a night.
Hang on, bro.
Oh, it's haunted? Really? That experience was awful. Let's go back.
Yeah, like, oh man, I can't wait to go sleep in a meaty smelling room and
Okay,
lots of stuff fucking work.
There's a
My
difference.
mother's a spontaneous woman, okay? They just do shit. She's like, ghost hunting? Never done that before. Let's go do it. Like,
There's also a difference between like being haunted when you don't want to be and going ghost hunting. There's a big difference.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, one, you're kind of asking for it. Like,
Yeah, like, but you're like, if I'm sitting in my house right now and fucking, I got the Rim Reaper behind me, fucking ready to pounce, you know,
The Rim
I'm gonna be
Reaper?
terrified. But like, if I go to a place expecting to be terrified, it's like a whole different experience, you know.
That's true. That's
I don't know, man. If I had an awful experience in this meaty ass room, I'm not going back.
Yeah,
Or
but,
like-
I wouldn't like go back just
Yeah, you
because I was so aggravated the first time. My room smelled like shit. It was loud in there. The
Yeah,
sinks
but here's the
didn't
thing.
work.
The sink
the thing,
exploded on me.
Here's the thing: if you were at a place, right, and
Uh-huh.
some shit was happening, you don't know if it was haunted or not, right? You heard knocking, room smelled like meat for some fucking reason, right?
I'd be pissed.
You got water squirted on you, but you don't know if that was like a haunted thing or like just something that happened, right? So you're probably gonna want to go back and be like, let's find out if this shit was a haunted thing or if the boat is just old, like, you know?
yeah.
Okay, let me use an analogy.
And then this time they're actually going back expecting that.
Yeah.
So
know what I
they're
mean?
going back
So-
for the sole purpose of seeing what else they can
Of-
find.
Seeing what else they
Yep.
can.
Funny as
Yeah.
fuck if nothing happens.
Well, I'll tell you what happened.
Oh god.
So,
Ty's got an analogy he would like to.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
never
yeah.
mind. Not fucking worth it. Don't worry
Oh,
about
okay.
it. Just keep
Okay.
going.
Not worth it.
So, the next time, armed with a little bit more knowledge, we went into the same restaurant, pounded on the walls, and tried to see if we could encounter the same thing. No luck. We then decided to take a ghost tour. I brought a camera with me and snapped photos along the tour, capturing the swimming pool and a girl where the girl had drowned in the notorious room
Yeah,
B340. And even through the engine room, passing through door number 13 where John Peddler had been. Oh, John Peddler. Wait, I thought we got a different name.
Shaft Alley.
Ty, are you clipping your toenails right now, dog?
No, never.
That is literally what you're doing.
I had something on my toe. I had to get rid of it.
We are trying to focus on the Queen
It was
Mary here.
pissing me off. I'm sorry.
Okay, same name.
No.
Sorry. John Peddler had been crushed to death. Lastly, we went to see the room where the bodies of fallen soldiers from another ship had been brought on board. So that was what that other ship that they crashed into and a bunch of people died. So apparently they brought them on board to like be like
To die on
"Hey."
board.
They died on board. So that's why it would be
You die
haunted.
here.
They attempted
So-
to save them, and then they just ended up dying.
Sorry, I
Yeah.
crushed you with my big ass boat.
I should have built a bigger boat, dumbass.
Should have got out of the way. Y'all saw us coming. I know you did.
Built a bigger boat, dumbass.
Okay. So nobody in that room could deny that it had a very odd energy. Everybody commented how it generally felt not right. Even the skeptics like my boyfriend. I waited until I got home to look at the pictures I've taken, and with the help of my niece and my daughters, me, we spotted
Oh, okay.
the most incredible and very plainly obvious photo of okay, there's a typo.
What's the typo?
A very obvious photo of a shit captain or
Hell yeah.
soldier. Ship captain, she meant,
Yeah,
or soldier.
yeah, fuck that captain.
Standing on a cross bridge over a soldier's morgue. plain as day. You could see that he had a jacket on, and it was decorated either as a soldier, perhaps a captain. His hands were on the railing, the shape, and you could see the shape of his hat. It was very incredible. And I can confirm, me and her spent all night going through all photos, flash drives, everything. We could not find this photo. But I distinctly remember when I was younger, when she sent me this photo, I'm pretty sure I was the one that found it. Because she was just sending us photos because there were like orbs like everywhere. Like, you know, you can see ghost orbs and stuff.
Yeah.
So she was taking pictures and they're bright orbs. So she was like, look at all these orbs. Look how crazy this is. And I remember being like, Mom, who is that? And she was like, what do you mean? And there's literally, as she described in the story, like a soldier, like a person. Like, it literally was a clear outline. You could see detail, and keep in mind she was by herself in that room. Like, there was nobody else there. She was on the tour, but she stayed back to take the picture. She forgot to say that in the, but I remember her saying she snuck off and she was by herself with Craig, and she took the picture, and it was like clear as day. It was crazy. I was like, there's no way.
I gotcha.
That is her story and her experience, which is pretty crazy because a lot of her experiences is what was listed on other people's stories. So, an experience.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
So, yeah.
I believe it.
That was a good story. Yeah.
I think we go to Queen Mary and go do some investigation.
Dude, I'm gonna get the one the toilet or fucking sink explodes on me, and I'm gonna be pissed. Gonna go to my meat room and
We all just pile in one room. We can all just pile. Everyone split $300 for this tiny ass room.
Ty's
It
gonna,
smells like meat. We all have to experience it.
Oh.
Ty's gonna sit down to take a shit. Pipe's gonna burst. Give him a fucking.
Yeah, no, thank you.
An accidental bidet experience.
200 psi.
Oh God. God.
Motherfucking pressure washer down there.
I know, because I know what's gonna happen. We all go. Everyone's be like, "Oh, this is gonna be so fun. We're gonna see ghosts. All this shit's gonna happen to me, and it's gonna be annoying. It's gonna piss me off."
I was gonna be like, I am not going on the next one. You guys can't make
so
me.
what do y'all think about the story?
I mean, it's pretty good.
Skeptics or
I believe it 100%.
skepticism?
Yeah, I
Believe or
believe it.
not believe?
I believe it.
Especially like since one of the story, I guess, two of the stories technically two encounters would be your mom. Like, that's a pretty credible source.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Your mother.
Your mother.
Your mother.
Your mother.
No.
All right. So after all of this, what on a scale of 1 to 10 has anything changed with what you
So
believe?
so before I was on like a weak 6 or 7, but now I'm on a strong 6 or 7. If that makes sense.
Oh man. Yeah.
So
Hey,
I
like,
had to pick one.
Progress is progress.
no, because after like your mother's story,
Yeah.
and that was a good story. Like
Yeah.
it was like the last episode that we did. They were like it sounded like a writing prompt.
It's all
Yeah.
That
Reddit
sounded
users.
genuine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this one, reliable source. And
Yeah.
my stepdad's a skeptic. He still doesn't believe in ghosts, but he can say that those
There's some
things
fucky
did
there.
happen. Yeah. And he
Yeah.
can't explain why, but he doesn't, you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't
Yeah.
have a reason why, but he doesn't believe in ghosts. But my mom, on the other hand, she believes. She believes in the ghosts, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know back
Yeah.
then if she believed in ghosts, but she does now. After that experience,
after
I
that
would
shit?
too. I don't know.
All right,
Anyways,
what about
okay, Logan.
I'd say a solid 3.
So you
Still
didn't
3?
go. You didn't go up
You
at all.
didn't change.
Well,
Well,
it was 2 or 3. Now it's a 3.
Solid 3. Okay.
Solid 3.
But you still think that all of that was bullshit. You're calling
Yeah,
her
you
mother
think-
a liar?
Yeah, are you
No.
saying that her mother was lying about all of
Is
that?
that it?
So
No.
you're saying, Logan, you calling
No.
my mother a liar?
No, I just think the boat might
On
have
the
been
day of my
settling.
mother's story.
It might have been settling?
Yeah, the boat was settling.
Brother, the boat is almost 100 years
They've
old.
done been settling for hundreds
done-
of years.
It done settled, did its thing, rusted, got rebuilt. Like it's done settling. There's no more settling to it.
Got rebuilt, bro. It's got to settle again.
There is no more settling
It's
to be
gotta
done.
reset.
Do you think they take the boat out the water to rebuild it, like to reconstruct everything inside of it?
Depends on what they do.
Bruh.
We pick up the boat, put it over there.
Pick it up.
Hey, bro, Austin does that shit. They put the boats in a big ass warehouse.
Yeah, but that's like to repair the hull or something like that. They don't.
Exactly.
They didn't have the
Queen Mary-
hull repaired.
Yeah, they did
How do you know?
inside.
They did
construction.
renovations.
How do you fucking know, Logan, huh?
Yeah, how the fuck do you know?
No, you.
And plus, is there an Oslo next to Queen Mary?
Nah,
I feel like Austell's banned in California.
Yeah.
probably.
Alright, Dakota.
I mean, I believed before.
Yeah, he was a
I dude,
Oh,
I
yeah, true.
100% believe in all that shit. Like it just because like I said, I've experienced everything. So like
Trip's smiling. He's
he's like,
Look at
I
him.
went from a 3 to a -2.
Hi, Trippy Whippy. What you got?
All right, I think I'm
Be
at like
careful.
a
This
zero
is my
now.
mother you're talking about. That's
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I
there's zero
think
there.
I think I'm at like a 4 or 5. But the thing is, I can't go any higher because, nothing to do with the story. I believe the story and everything, but it's one of those things I gotta believe it with my own 2 eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
you haven't actually
it's-
experienced it.
yeah,
That's fair,
and
that's
so I mean, the stories can sound cool, but it's just a horror movie to me.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's real. It sounds cool, but
See, if
I can't.
never experienced. Okay.
like if I had never experienced anything from my life, like paranormal wise, then I would probably be sitting around where Trip is. But because I've experienced stuff in my own life, like that's
That's a
what
good
makes
story.
me believe the stories and all that kind of stuff about.
I mean, I firmly believe that if we ever do any ghost hunting, I'm fucked. Like I'm getting like
You're
possessed or something like that, right?
Well,
Like, dude, I've gone to like, like last time I messed around with, or like tried to mess around with ghosts and stuff like that. We went to a graveyard, brought a Ouija board and stuff like that, and I broke every single rule on the Ouija board. Everything you were not supposed to do, I did. Like I made sure if they were gonna be pissed off, they were gonna come after me. Nothing ever happened though. So, I'm pretty sure that's gonna bite me in the ass at some point in this life of mine.
Ouija boards are they're pseudoscience. Like there's movements of your hands do.
I think a Ouija board only works
Unconsciously.
if you like have that belief. Like if you believe,
manifest it.
yeah, if you believe in it. Like I think I just don't
Gonna
think
be
I
as-
believe hard enough. So
To
Yeah,
be
you answered
fair, a
everything.
lot of people believe that Ouija boards are like they move on their own. You know what I mean? Like somebody's moving it, like or not somebody, but something is moving it. But
My
in
grandma says she-
actuality, it's basically like a scribe, like a scribing board.
Hmm.
So it's based off of feeling. So
Well,
it isn't
usually-
like something's moving it. It is a person moving it based off of feeling.
it
I don't
uses
know, bro.
the energy to manifest the movements.
I've used a Ouija board and
My grandma says she burned a Ouija board one time and it
It moved on
screamed.
its own.
I
Dakota?
used a Ouija board and it shit was. That's part of the we have to have a whole episode just.
Okay.
for
Yeah, we
that
should do an
bullshit.
Maybe
episode.
I have a misunderstanding
Because-
on it then.
Nah,
Hey,
it's like
honestly-
it's.
We should
I
do
think-
an episode on personal stories because I have a good one.
I think it'd be good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think it'd be good.
I actually have that Ouija board still. Like it's in my house right now. It's
Why?
hung up on the
Kept it?
wall.
Oh, the
Yeah.
one.
It moved on its own and you kept it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
See, the one that we used, we actually did destroy the proper way, so I don't have it no more.
Oh.
Break it up in 7 pieces or whatever.
After telling a ghost story, my camera's blurring again.
Dude,
You know,
did you have
so-
your closet or bathroom open
Yeah, the
again?
thing is, we actually tried. We in this apartment, we tried to use the spirit box and Chloe, shut that shit down real quick.
I'm not trying to manifest shit in the
I'm like, we can always sage the place again, corner to corner.
Hell no! You only got so much sage in this house.
Oh, we can buy more.
No, but the Queen Mary, I think it's more believable than other things.
Yeah.
Because it's not fucking batshit bonkers crazy.
Yeah.
I think it's like what Ty said. It's more believable because of how normal it is. Like it's not like out of this world. It's not like some fucking, half man, half horse came out the woodworks and was like,
Centaur?
"I'm gonna eat you," and then you're like, "Oh no," and then like nothing like
I want
that.
to know that story. Centaur comes like, ooh.
I think it's definitely more believable, and so I believe in it. Like I said, but I can only believe so much before I hit my wall where I'm like, you know what, gotta see the rest. It's like
that makes sense.
That's understandable. I don't know. I'm for it. I'm all in. Anytime we do any type of ghost shit, like I believe it 100%.
I just know my ass is gonna be the one killed in the first movie.
Boats be settling a lot, bro.
Bro, nah. Boats don't settle and turn off.
To this day, you
faucets.
haven't settled like a boat.
What do you mean?
Fucking...
Are you built like a boat?
Like,
Oh, it did color for you?
1970? Like, how long does it have to settle? I don't know.
like
It was up and running as a hotel in 1970.
Like
boats don't be settling and making the room smell like meat, dog. Like that's just not how that works.
It don't make the drawer sound of slamming against an empty wall.
Actually, the meat smell can be. You can find a reasoning for that.
Yeah,
because,
that one you can.
Because meat has a lot of iron in it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the boats probably has a lot of iron in it, and so the smell just kind of.
Yeah, but there's a distinct smell.
Yeah, meat has a
iron
smell.
like blood versus raw meat. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
But
I don't know. Was she smelling like iron blood or raw meat?
She said raw meat, but like there is explanations to some of it, except for the drawer one. I don't know what that could have been, because it wasn't like tapping or knocking on the wall. She said it was like slamming drawers, like opening and closing drawers, going along the wall and then going back and then going again on the wall.
To this day,
that part is weird.
To this day, this man's still asking for his wrench, and no one's helping him.
See, I believe that too.
That's the most tragic part.
If I can do that shit in real life, there's definitely
bring a
way
wrench.
I can do it in an afterlife.
If we ever get to the Queen Mary, I'm bringing a wrench for this guy.
I think if we ever decide to
Shaft
go to
Alley.
Queen Mary, we gotta bring like a wrench on with us, just in case.
Yeah.
Could you imagine
Wrench?
he comes in, you see my wrench, we hand him a wrench, and he just says like, "You saved me," and then just like
He's just like, I can pass on now, and he just fucking levitates
That's
out
all
of
it took.
Oh my god!
That'd be wild.
Can you imagine that would be all it took?
Give him an adjustable wrench.
After all of this time, no one's given him a wrench.
No one tried.
Everyone that goes on the Queen Mary's an asshole.
No, I don't know where your fucking wrench is.
All right.
Are we ending?
All
Are we
right.
ending? Are we done?
You guys.
Yeah, I
you
think
guys
we're
cool with that?
good.
All right. Say bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.